Today's topic is how to improve environment health. Now, I wrote down a series of key things I'd like to talk about, six in particular on this topic. And each one of these, I'm going to go into a little bit of details so you could take notes. I recommend on all my videos that you take notes. Of course, if you're listening to this in the car, make sure when you do pull over or when you get home, you rewatch this video in a space that you're actually paying attention, because that's the only way you're going to get the most information out of the content here is by actually taking notes and implementing it in your life. All right, so environment health here. So I don't mean like environment health, like how to save the environment, or how to provide resources to your environment. I am talking about your direct environments and your day to day life. So we're talking about like where you go to work, where you live, the people you interact with, the different types of experiences or opportunities in your area, also how it affects your time and your health. So that's a little bit a rundown of what we're going to cover in this video. So the first one is your daily surroundings, the most important, because your daily surroundings is going to really affect how you get stuff done, right? And then how you feel on a day-to-day basis. You have to really be comfortable in your space. So to improve your space, your daily surroundings, you gotta make sure that there's nothing distracting you to take you away from really getting stuff done. This can be if you work outside, this can be indoors. What is your daily surrounding entail? Is there something that you're lacking? Is there something that you need more of? Is there something that is really putting a damper on like how you perform, how you engage with your environment? Maybe it's not organized, maybe it's cluttered, maybe it's stressful. So these are all questions that you have to ask yourself. And then with that information, you can essentially change the stuff that keeps coming up that you're just like, listen, this fan, I always kind of hear it. I never really noticed it, but it's really annoying and it distracts me. Do I need to replace the fan? Do I need to change, where I get more curtains, or I get like a carpet to mask the noise? If I'm in like a setting that I cannot, essentially change too much of my environment, how can I add to it to get my focus off of that annoying noise or that source, or even change it where I have more life in my environment? Maybe I'm feeling really down because there's not much lighting in my environment. All these things play into how you're going to really tackle your day. So, daily surroundings is the first one. Number two, people. Now, who is in your daily life that is really affecting your environment health? And this could be like coworkers, this could be your boss, this could be your kids if you work at home, this could be your spouse. What are they doing that keeps nagging at you? Because that is something that needs to be addressed with the source. So I don't want you to go and just like instantly start blaming people, because you have to be responsible for your own actions. And that's also with the people that you decided to include in your life. Of course, if it's your kids, you've had your kids, but you are responsible to be a good role model to your kids and show them, how to respect your space as well as how to respect their own space. Um, so this is with everybody in your life. This could be a boss, a coworker. You have to have boundaries with people so they know that they can't take advantage of your space and affect your environment health. They can't interrupt you in the middle of the day. You have to have clear guidelines on how they can come and go in your environment throughout the day, and it has to be addressed. And then if they can't follow those guidelines, you need to ask yourself, yourself the question of, maybe this isn't the right environment for me. Maybe, somewhere else, I would be more effective. So definitely analyze the people that in your daily environments and assess what can be changed and what cannot be changed, where it would make you feel like you're performing at your best. So, number three, location. Location is a give and take. It depends here because if you work online, you can easily just change locations. You can move rooms, you can move states, you can move throughout the county, even globally in some cases. However, if you are in a location because there's a certain resource you need to have that type of work or that connection to the environment, say if you work on boats, you would have to be near water. If you work like an ice cream, store, you would have to be somewhere that stays relatively warm throughout the year. If it's seasonal work, what would maximize your earning potential if you moved somewhere there the seasons are longer for that industry. So definitely that affects your environment health too, because if you are not maxing out your potential, you can affect your health care, your actual way you're taking care of your health. And we'll get to that a little bit further here. So, be aware of your location. If you are not, seeing results in your immediate location and you don't really feel like you're really getting anywhere, really assess the situation on, maybe it's location. Maybe you just really just need to pick up, move, and, be in a space that is gonna really use your services and it's gonna make you feel good. So this one is actually environment health, but it goes a lot into the care of your own physical health as well. All right. So next one here I have is seasons. Seasons, again, like location, it really depends on what you do and how you really can use and max out your potential. So if you are not feeling good because you get laid off usually during certain seasons because the work is not available. If you are working throughout a certain season that maybe is more wet or more dry. Maybe that's affecting your health because you have to, take more medicine during that certain season, and it's really affecting the way you perform or the way you interact with people. So this all plays into your whole health too. Your environment health really affects how you're going to act to yourself and others. It really plays a huge part on the impact you are making. All right. So, number five, like I said, healthcare is huge when we're talking about environment health. If your conditions where you're at is not clean, if it's disorganized, if you end up getting sick or you have dry skin or your kids are always constantly sick or your spouse or say if they're disabled and you don't have like the resources you need to take care of that person in that situation or yourself in that situation. Or maybe it's even travel, which we're going to cover here on the next one. Where it affects the quality of your health just because, the resources aren't readily available. The in-care or work environment doesn't have the resources needed to really utilize your time better. That all plays into your health as well as your environment because those are things you can actually change. If you always have really dry skin and you're constantly putting on lotion all day, if you have eczema. That's also like a skin condition, but they can do with environments. If you're really hot or really cold and you can't get much done, that's also environments, but it also affects your health. So this is all things that you can ask yourself if it's bothering you, where you can't be effective or efficient, then definitely consider it and changing it, or changing it where you can affect your environment on your day-to-day basis, like buying a humidifier if your air is really full of moisture, buying a generator if like you're always having issues with your electricity going off. So definitely see if you can address the problem where you're at, and if you can't, really consider on a possible move. So then we've got six, time. And this could be anything from your travel distance to the time that it takes to get something done where you're at, because maybe you don't have the resources, you don't have the people that are knowledgeable in those skills. You don't have the connection with people that you need to facilitate larger projects. So this is all environment health as well, because if you are driving hours to get to a job, then that's going to affect your stress levels, and it's also environment, because you didn't take the time to actually move closer to your work. You're not saving time. You're not being as efficient. You're getting more tired, and you're not getting much done. Maybe you bought a place that's near your location, but it's just stressful because of the traffic, the noise, and you just don't feel comfortable in that type of situation. Like I said, again, you can try to change your environment by just changing your daily surroundings. However, if it's constantly nagging at you, if it's constantly aggravating you and you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling depressed, then really look at your whole picture, your whole environment, and saying, am I best utilizing my time right now since I'm traveling? Is it worth that? Because your time is your most precious asset, and you have to consider that first and foremost. So make sure that you are respecting your time, and you really look at is your environment situated in a way that you are maximizing your time and your potential. So I hope that helped, guys. That was how to improve my environment health. And we covered over six main topics, which I'll run through them once again. And, make sure that you go ahead and like this video, leave any comments for everybody else that passes through of the key takeaways, and make sure that you share this video with everybody out there that also may be affected by their environments. So we've got number one, we talked about daily surroundings. Number two, we talked about the people that influence our daily environment. We've got number three, location. We've got number four, seasons. Number five, healthcare. And number six, time. All right, guys, my name is Amena K. Thornton. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.